Round 18 NPL1 Victoria action is about to get underway. The JL Murphy Reserve. We've just observed a minute of silence here. And we are about to get underway. Two sides who returned from the COVID lockdown 4.0 in Melbourne with victory last weekend. And it certainly is going to be a testing contest for both. I'm your commentator, Brandon Golgano. Alongside me tonight is my co-commentator, is Arthur Akritis. Arthur, first time we've actually managed to get on air together. We've had a few rostered occasions that have, for whatever reason, not been able to work out, but we're finally on air together tonight. Welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, thank you. And this is a great evening for football. Hopefully the rain will stay away. And we've got two sides here, 7th against 9th. And like you said, both teams have been doing quite well in the last few weeks, especially Port Melbourne coming off some great victories and a thumping win on midweek in the Cup 4-0 against Sydenham. And the Dandy Thunder really have been there or thereabouts, and they can be very, very much coming here to get the points against the home side. So it's a mouth-watering clash. Well,
Port Melbourne, talking of thumping wins, a huge derby victory against South Melbourne last weekend, and an incredible goal, a goal of the season contender from Christopher Dugan as well, which got them that 3 points. We'll run through the teams in a moment as we're about to kick off here. The Dandenong Thunder going from left to right in their white kit, whereas we've got Port Melbourne from right to left in their traditional blue and, when you say purple, Arthur, I'm not sure, magenta, you call it these days?
Classic Port strip is a la Barcelona strip, but yeah, we've, I'll say we've, because I did play here for quite a while in my younger years, and pretty much that darkish blue with the burgundy red sort of strip, and it's the traditional Port strip.
Described like a true aficionado of Port Melbourne Sharks. And, well, a big result would go a long way tonight for Port Melbourne, of course, looking to try and really leverage themselves into the final series. Of course, for the Dandenong Thunder as well, it's been a good campaign for them. Many expected they might struggle towards relegation this season, but they have certainly pushed themselves closer to finals contention. 3 points a must tonight. We'll go through the teams, Arthur. You can go through Port Melbourne first, or do you want to go for the away side?
We can go the home side. It's Withers in goals for Port, Wellsmore, Reardon, Michael Leager, the captain, D. Edwards, Dugan, and then you've got Amache, Mel's, Cusis.
Sorry, I might just bring it back here. Good chance offside. Well, what an opportunity that would have been early.
Courtney Perkins and Archibald as well. And the Dandy Thunder side is Francis Soali, Sheridan, Jay Ali, Mehmeti, Ashcroft, Harley Orr. You've got Watson, Marisic, Mika, and Bernarda, along with it's Husanovsky.
Well, some talent in both of those squads tonight. We've seen both really come out looking to fire up so far for this one. Good to have crowds back as well, Arthur. It was almost eerie last weekend going down to some of these NPL Victoria games and in the state leagues, of course, as well, where there were no spectators allowed into the grounds. Dandenong Thunder always bring a bit of a following, so we should be expecting quite a decent atmosphere here tonight.
Well, considering there's 3 games on today, I think it's not a bad little crowd here today at the Sharks Park here, and as we're speaking now, the Thunder have a free kick just in a dangerous position.
The ball whipped in towards the back post and a chance on goal with the header, but over the bar. And, well, a good early opportunity. The Dandenong Thunder, they're certainly a side who love to come racing out of the blocks, and that time a decent delivery. Might be disappointed with the finish.
Yes, they did the same when they played South Melbourne back at Bob Jones Stadium a couple of months back, and really South Melbourne only got the chops in that last quarter of the game. There's a free kick there on the far side of the ground.
Well, a really harsh challenge again, literally the exact same position as the first was taken from. And as we said, the Dandenong Thunder, they came into this year with, of course, the loss of Brandon Barnes, their talismanic striker, scored so many goals for them over the years, but they've certainly had some others step up this year, including the likes of Bernardo, who's been really dangerous at times, and at the back, Harry Ashcroft, someone with European experience and certainly played at some really good levels overseas as well.
Suleimani as well is a quality player. I've always liked his endeavour and aggression.
Well, the free kick here about to be taken, whipped in again towards the middle of the goal, and again it's a one-header by the Thunder. Comes down again, Bernardo looks to be chasing, and in the end it's out for a goal kick.
Yeah, the goalkeeper stayed rooted to his line there, and really there was no talking whatsoever, and the defence were really in between that striker. Had he got a clean header on goal, could have been a bit of problems there for Port.
Well, again, as we spoke about with Dandenong Thunder, and going back to Ali Suleimani, who you mentioned, he's just been called up to a training squad by Gary Van Egmond, comprised of NPL Victoria players and Hyundai A-League talents. So it's a little bit of a talent camp, it looks like, that was recommended. He was recommended by a few of the advisors going into that. So really good signs there for the Dandenong Thunder, and someone like Suleimani, who, as you said, has been so consistent this year. Yes,
and Port Melbourne going forward now. Cusis, ball in the box, and that was a good effort there. And Soale, did he do enough? And again, he's just tapped it past the post. Could have been an own goal. Still in play there for Port. Ball in the box, not cleared away. Cusis. And still not cleared. And that'll be a dandy throw. There was a bit of drama there.
Geez, what a start that would have been end-to-end so far. Francis Soale foiling his own central defender in the midst of that, I think it looks like. Really well down, and, well, that bright yellow kit already looks stained brown from his efforts so far tonight, and both teams could have been ahead early.
And you know what? Both of us being goalkeepers, Brandon, I don't understand why you'd wear a yellow shirt on a day like today.
Sometimes you just have to take what you're given, don't you? And a good chance in towards the middle, but Withers quick off his line and able to claim there. Well, this is another lad here, Withers, who's been a quite consistent performer, I think, for Port Melbourne. He came in, obviously, last year, and with the COVID break, wasn't able to really get through a full season, but, you know, he's really been, I think, an established presence in goal with some really good saves.
Yeah, I think Adam Pittick's got a beauty there. He's come out of nowhere, really, and especially has kept a fair few clean sheets, saving penalties, and really being very, very solid. So, great choice of goalkeeper.
The chance here for Port maybe to come forward. Good little exchange there. Was it a foul? No, says the referee. Daniel Ilsevsky. And, well, looks like there's been a few more words said there. So there might just be an early warning for Christopher Koussis. Another experienced player at this level. And and just the old, he can't talk to you like that, referee. As Dandenong Thunder look to come forward, and Marche comes in but not able to win it, and it's out for a throw.
Yeah, well, I mean, really, at this point in time, you don't want to be getting a yellow card for silly comments, regardless of what and where, but I think good talking to there, and Koussis really should be concentrating on that good running down that wing, because that's what he's good at, that left-sided player.
It's a good field tonight to be running up and down as well, Arthur. Nice and wet on the surface. The ball's going to skid. Perfect for deliveries from those wide areas low into the box. Just those balls us keepers hate. Low in towards the middle as the ball comes over the top. Dugan trying to chase, but he's offside. And it's going to be Dandenong Thunder free kick.
Yeah, deep ball there from Reardon. In the end, simple free kick. Siley ready to take the kick. He had a great game against South Melbourne that day in memory, and unfortunately got beaten on his near post on the last kick of the day.
Long ball over the top, cleared down, and again now Port can come forwards. Centering pass and looking to break the lines towards Dugan, who ends up winning the ball. He's another one who's come in to the league this season and has really been an established goal scorer throughout. And that goal last week against South Melbourne really just showcased his quality. Don't really see too many players capable of not only connecting on a bicycle kick like that, but to get the power to put it into the top corner. Really was a fantastic strike.
That was exceptional and a great way to win a game against such a great opposition for Port Melbourne. As the Thunder go forward, back post is free, it's dangerous, but safely played away. Koussis goes down and sprayed right across the pitch there. And a wasted ball then. Could have gone a bit earlier and maybe found his man one-on-one there.
Well, that ball into the box again, that's where we've seen both sides try and affect. And again, it's a night for it. Difficult for keepers to judge those balls in the area. A little bit slippery on hand as well. You certainly want to be trying to test them early on. As the ball looks to come out through midfield, and it's Mellis who just slips the ball out wide. Now Koussis goes back into his central defenders.
And that Mel's is a good find as well for Port. Had scored a hat-trick as well in one of the games here, and really, really good find for Port Melbourne in that midfield area, and had some success and with Adelaide City. And it's good to see. Yes, well. Yeah, and well, that's
Brisbane Roar, I think it was that he was playing at.
Yeah, but he's come here and really he's again been a positive player for the Sharks.
Well, such an experienced midfielder, so much quality on the ball, always going to make a difference, especially with Adam Pittock and his sides looking to try and play football, which is always requiring an experienced and quality central midfielder. And that's a pass that really put his defenders under pressure, but well dealt with there. And in the end, it's a Port Melbourne throw. Of course, there are some other games going on around the grounds tonight as well. Green Gully taking on Oakley. That game is not yet to start. Of course, Melbourne Knights and Avondale kicked off at 7:30. They're still at 0-0. And of course, Dandenong City are taking on Heidelberg tonight as well. As the ball comes to the edge of the area, Dugan, is he fouled? Referee waved, play on momentarily. Now maybe a chance on the edge of the area. Still got it here. And the ball pops out and a chance maybe to break. Port keep it. Mel's. Out wide there again. Ball whipped in low.
Good defending.
Well defended and cleared away.
Great defending there, and resolute defending there by the Thunder as they try and break now, and they do that well. Suleimani's running down that left-hand side, trying to get the ball, but and through now, very dangerous. Oh, and a miss kick. It should have really been a shot on goal, but a miss kick there. A very unfortunate situation for the Thunder.
I believe it was Bernarda that was getting down that line, so effective. He's been really dangerous at times this season, getting in towards that touch line. You just hear the Thunder fans starting to come into this game. Just the final ball lacking again there. And that's a free kick. And, well, they've got so much quality in those wide areas down in. They're really looking to try and hurt Port Melbourne out wide. And we just saw again there that when you're driving at that right back or left back, they're getting a little bit of success and just lacking that final ball at the moment.
In a ground like this here at Sharks Park here, it's a wide ground, and it's a good ground for wide spaces and playing balls for attacking teams. And both teams, it'll suit playing that way. It's a matter of who allows their opponents to play that way. And at the moment, it's probably even Stevens, but it's quite an exciting start to the game.
Well, both sides coming out here with the intention of attacking, which is always a benefit for all football viewers as they look to play quickly here, Port Melbourne. Centering pass again there. Now clipped in towards the middle. It falls into a central area. And out for a corner kick, and it was Ntamopoulos who was trying to find that space in the area. But again, Port Melbourne looking dangerous. A good set piece here. Opportunity, Arthur, and this again early in the game for goalkeepers. It's a wet night. Hasn't really had the ball come into his hands yet. You really want to be trying to test Suwale here.
Absolutely, and it really, you can see the thought that's going in this corner now. The back post is rambling away. Mel's with the corner, deep one, and testing, and a good tap over the bar there by Suwale. And the corner to be retaken.
Oh, dangerous ball in, and again, we just saw there from Suwale, not wanting to risk trying to catch that. Smart to tip it over the bar. Of course, such an imposing character. He's a big lad. So difficult to challenge in the air as Port Melbourne look to take this again. Ball whipped in towards the middle a second time. Oh, it looks like for a moment Dugan had a good strike at it. Oh, just over the bar. And a good early chance again there for Port Melbourne. And, well, just flashing millimetres over the crossbar.
Not testing the keeper, but I tell you what, it wasn't far off that left-hand corner. But again, it's positive football from both sides, and Port Melbourne coming the closest, you'd have to say, at the moment.
Aaron Reardon was the central defender, who actually got himself in the position to strike that. Great technique for a defensive option as the ball comes up high. Kousis underneath it. Suleimani wins it forward. A free kick given. Thunder just trying to establish themselves in possession a little bit here now.
Yeah, Suleimani really, you can see that he really wants it. And being told by the coach to get up there and test the goalkeeper. And as they've had 2 free kicks on the other side of the ground now, on the commentating side of the ground, and ready to be whipped in there by Mehmeti with his left foot. Mehmeti, long ball in, and the offside flag or the free kick there for a bit of pushing.
Yeah, again, Dandenong Thunder, third time they've had a free kick in a relatively dangerous position. And just a little bit wasted there by the foul. Reardon looking to carry it forward out of the back. Centre's there to get Mel's on the ball again. He's been really getting himself involved so far, the central midfielder. Reardon receiving under a bit of pressure. Good touch, opening his body up. Knocked back there by Archibald, who looks to be playing in a central midfield role. Interesting for a lad who's played so much as a central defender over the years. But stepping higher into midfield tonight. A little bit reinvented under Adam Pittick.
Yeah, maybe that number 6 position, holding midfielder, and then getting some good balls forward, attacking-wise. And he's a big lad, and no doubt very imposing for opposition midfielders and defenders.
Well, he always was seen as a ball-playing central defender, so it's a natural progression sometimes if you're good enough to keep the ball in a more advanced area to maybe get himself a little bit more involved high up the ground. Of course, you've got the likes of Michael Eager behind you as well. Plenty of experience.
Yeah, Michael Eager, he's a champion player, and he's won a couple of best and fairest in the last 2 or 3 years here, so there's no doubting his ability, and he's a great lad, and does a lot for the younger kids at the club, and he's a great example, and still got it too.
Yeah, certainly still a veteran of this league, but has certainly not lost any of his quality. In fact, I think he's almost gotten better with age, Michael Eager. Certainly an experienced exponent of that central defensive role, of course, with championship winning experience as well over the years with South Melbourne before he came here.
Yeah, he would have loved beating his old side last week, especially at the home ground, Bob Jones Stadium. It was a great victory.
The ball whipped into the area there and cleared away, and there is that man Eager again, coming forward with a good strong header forwards. Played wide by Archibald. Kousis goes back to Reardon. Options high and forwards here as Port Melbourne just look to start trying to keep the ball. Eager really advanced in his position, trying to slip it forward. So that's a great challenge in the back, isn't it, Arthur? Absolutely brilliant.
Quality challenge. I'll tell you what, there's been about 2 or 3 of those, and now they've broken again. And that has happened 3 times this evening, and all 3 times the Thunder have gotten free kicks from it because they've gone out really quickly and they've been felled, and there's another free kick again on that left-hand side of the ground, probably a bit deeper than the other two, but it shows you that the counter-attacking game of the Thunder is really has to be watched by the Sharks as they get ready to put the ball deep again into that 18-yard box.
Well, they've certainly got the numbers in there. Hamish Watson, one of them, of course. Another player who's certainly been around the leagues as the ball comes into the area. Flicked away, and again, another silly free kick to give away. And, well, again, a little bit of a let-off there for Port Melbourne.
Yeah, these free kicks I feel have been wasted, especially with, like 5 of them have basically been thumped into the box, and they've been wasted as far as the Thunder are concerned, and really they should really look at trying to maybe change things up, maybe play it down the wings, as they're very predictable, and you're not going to beat the likes of, Eager and also Archibald in a deep ball like that.
The ball scuffed there by Withers as Thunder look to come in centrally again. Yet again, just a little bit forced with that final ball over the top. Koussis is there. He gets it up the line, but blocked off well that time and cleared away by Ali. Now Port look to just try and move this ball forward through midfield again. And look, they're down on Thunder. We've seen so far tonight. They're happy to soak up some pressure and then try and break really quickly. They've got that speed, as we mentioned already, out wide in Bernardo and Soleimani. Been quite physical at the back so far, but this could be an opportunity here for Port. Driving into the box, shooting channel, and blazed well over the bar. And, well, you've got to say, probably the clearest sight on goal they've had so far tonight, and well over the crossbar.
That was a good effort, though. I mean, unfortunate to thump it so deep, but he did well to shimmy past his defender there, and had it been on target, would have asked a few questions of Suwali.
Well, at least the weather has cleared up tonight. We were a little bit worried coming out here that it was going to be pelting down with rain, and I wouldn't say that the commentary coverage here is comprehensive. We did say maybe next time, Arthur, you've got to pack the tarp in the car. As the ball comes forward here, Ali looking to drive forwards. Driving in towards the centre of the ground. Oh, deflection helps it through to Watson. Great chance here for Thunder. It's Hamish Watson's offside. Well, that was almost the perfect opportunity. It did take a deflection, but I think with the interpretation of the rule, the pass was made before the deflection came into play, and in the end, it's a chance which, again, is taken away from them.
You'd have to say, why wouldn't he have hit that first time? He took the ball wide of, trying to take the ball wide of the keeper, and the wider he went, the easier it would have been for the keeper to save, because he had less of a goal to protect.
Again, you've got to say maybe, and I was having to think about this the other day, which type of player is most affected by 4 weeks off in the middle of the season? Would it be a striker or a goalkeeper? I mean, a striker, you want to get your eye in, you want to be hitting balls cleanly, you want to have that half yard where you're scoring. Goalkeepers, I guess, as well. You lose that sharpness and your reflexes and reactions. Sometimes that can hurt. But for someone like Hamish Watson, coming back from a lockdown, that little inch that you have usually maybe takes a few weeks to get it back.
Yeah, no doubt, and I can attest to that on the weekend because I had an absolute mare. But that's another story. No doubt. Listen, I think the break would have affected every player. Let's be realistic. These players are professionals, but the reality is when you're not allowed to train for 2.5, 3 weeks, it would have really taken the edge off all the players. So I think everyone's in the same boat.
Again, it's such an awkward time, isn't it? Of course, I mean, we're both involved now in the state leagues at various clubs, and you just never experienced something where for 4 weeks of a season you just have no contact at all with really a football pitch or a football, and you're even allowed really outside for more than an hour for some exercise, and then you're expected to come back in, train twice, and play on the Saturday. I can tell you what, the first half of our game down at Dendy Park it looked like players hadn't touched a football for about 6 months, let alone 3 weeks. Certainly has been difficult. You can imagine at this level as well, the demands expected of players coming back after that time certainly would hurt some more than others, especially if they're not looking after themselves as well as, maybe some of the other players in this league.
Yeah, no doubt. But, these guys are professional. They would have done a lot of training on their own. You would have to think, especially the quality of these players, as the Thunder try and go forward. Ball in the box and easily cleared out. Yeah, listen, the thing that's worrying also is, players getting injured because of the lack of, movement of the certain muscles while they're playing, and no doubt that will come into mind. But the longer, the more games that are played, obviously, the better it will end up, hopefully, for all the players.
Well, the ball's been moved really nicely here by Thunder. Look at this, some absolutely champagne football. Chance to get it into the area. Clipped centrally and headed clear. Well, they turned it on there in a long-range strike. A little bit ambitious. They get it back, though. Watson, he has a go. Was that a handball? Referee says no. But it will be a corner. And, well, the crowd's starting to get into this one. And Thunder starting to awaken here. Some really nice football there.
Yeah, good effort there. And you'd have to be pretty harsh to give that a penalty. Maybe in the European finals they would have given it with the bit of VAR there. But... that's really good football from the Thunder, especially that shimmy on that left-hand side of the ground there. Beautiful stuff.
Well, a chance here with the corner, and the Dandenong Thunder starting to come into this game. Is this their moment? 24 and a half minutes in. Ball whipped into the box. Oh, it was a good chance. And you can see the clear frustration there because, well, it was a free header in towards the front post, and Bernardo's just put it well over the bar.
Yeah, that was he did well to get ahead of that front post. Had it been flicked properly, it would have caused a few questions there for the Port Melbourne defence.
Well, 25 minutes in, it's been a relatively even half. Both sides have had their chances. Neither have been able to really take them yet, but got to say as well, neither goalkeeper's truly been tested. Francis Soale, of course, had to make a decent little reaction save early, more off his own centre-back. As the ball's clipped into that space, good chance again here. Blocked and out for another corner, Arthur. Port this time coming forward, but it's been quite end-to-end so far. Been enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, no, that's, again, like I said, I'm quite excited about the fact that both teams want to play football here, and that's great to see. Really great to see. So Port, will they try something different? It's continually going to that back post. You got Eager in the back there as well. Archibald running to that front post. It's a good ball, and a bit of a funny clearance there. He came out to punch Soale, and I think it's hit him in the base of the chest and rolled over his feet and in for another corner.
Yeah, just maybe came a little bit rash for that one. Didn't quite get his hands to it. Dangerous ball in. Again, Port Melbourne looking to throw more numbers in that 6-yard box now. Whipped in again towards the back post this time. Headed clear, falls. Another chance for Eager this time, blocked. Now the ball's cleared away. Coming forward again here, Port Melbourne. Great football.
Courtney Perkins, good ball in. And again, not a good clearance. Courtney Perkins did quite well there. They're rushing on that left-hand side. But again, I think both sides are really not taking their thrusts forward, and really a batch of good defending and also wrong decisions, getting the wrong ball in. But Perkins did very well there. Very well.
We've certainly been quite aggressive so far tonight, trying to get in those wide areas again. As I said, the surface and conditions are really a dream for a quick winger, wanting to just get that speed in your delivery and ball out your feet when you're trying to drive. It's a great field for it. It's Withers. Just takes his time on this and isn't really put under any body pressure. Watson then steps to him, so Withers goes long. Ali with a strong header again. Flicked on, cleared by Reardon. Dugan will chase it. Good defending there initially. Still on it here though, Port. Dugan delivers centrally, but Soale well off his line.
Yeah, that's quality keeping there. And a great throw out too. Well,
commentators curse there, Arthur.
Listen, he did the right thing. It probably should have gone a bit further wide, but listen, the thought what everything he did, catching that ball and trying to throw out quickly, was positive stuff. And, that's what you want to see. It's not a dour game by no means. And free kick there and a yellow card, unfortunately, for the Thunder.
A little bit rash, but certainly right. Seeing both goalkeepers trying to distribute relatively quickly. I mean, Swale and the Dandenong Thunder are really trying to play on the break tonight. Courtney Perkins. Back there again, resetting to Withers. So 28 and a half minutes in now. Marche trying to centre. Given away, and a chance for Port to maybe come on this right-hand side. Slipped into the space. Chasing after it to Marche. Back to Swale, and in the end he clears high and long.
Yeah, no, that's a positive clearance. And again now, the Thunder were trying to get that ball wide, but Port Melbourne now trying to switch play. Trying to play forward, and that's a good ball forward. Twisting and turning. The shot easily mopped up there. Dugan really, listen, the thought was there, and it was a good attempt, but in the end, you're not going to beat Swale from there.
Very energetic is Dugan, isn't he? Always looking to try and buzz around in front of that back four and nip himself into possession. Thunder, you can see clearly, trying to break forward as quickly as possible. Swale that time just slashing at his clearance. It's now clicked forwards again. Dugan chasing down. Puts in a shift, doesn't he? Long ball towards Watson again. Eager underneath it to clear. Two New Zealanders coming into close contact. Michael Eager and Hamish Watson.
There's a few New Zealanders on the pitch.
I believe Andrew Withers as well.
Yeah, Withers, another New Zealand boy. They'd be quite happy after their great Test victory against the Indians. It's all about New Zealand at the moment.
Ball played out wide here. Chance to maybe get this in towards the area. Slipped in again. Dugan centering. Offside flags up. Well, Port, they've looked dangerous in possession. They've held on to it quite well. They've moved it in those tight areas. But they just haven't really been able to break through in the final third. And the Thunder, as we said, they're quite happy to soak up that type of pressure. And boy, that centre-back as well across, he's a real mountain, isn't he?
Yeah, no doubt. But the thing is, the longer this game goes on, the harder it'll be for both sides. Because if we get a change in weather, it's going to be tougher to try and get shots on goal and break down these defences, because you're not going to get these kind of conditions for much longer, because they are predicting rain. Let's just hope that's not true.
Eager comes forward. Dugan cuts inwards. He's looking like he's going to have one from long range. What a goal that would have been.
Well, listen, he's got the bug after the South Melbourne game, and you don't begrudge him of having an attempt. I'll tell you what, I've seen some great strikes on this pitch.
I think Adam Pittock is begrudging him a little bit for having an attempt from that far out. Just wanting him to try and keep the ball in that advanced area. But look, positive signs so far. And on a night like tonight, Arthur, as we both know, you want to test a keeper on a night. It's tonight. The ball's wet, slippery. If you can get some real purchase on it and bounce it right in front of him, he's going to have all sorts of trouble trying to deal with it. Swale goes high and long. Ali underneath it with the flick. Meeker as well with the second. Reardon. Well, Mellis. Heaps of space. Forecast does look clear, does it, Arthur?
Yeah, it looks like we might be okay. It's not too bad. The radar, some light showers, but it doesn't look like anything heavy, which is good for the football followers and the people that are at the ground, which is a good, healthy 200 or 300 people.
Yeah, decent crowd tonight. As we said, it's great having crowds back at these games. And, well, that news with the weather is good news for all, probably most state league clubs as well for tomorrow. With all the rain this winter, it's been especially wet. As Dugan now looks to come forward on the left. Cuts in well, slips it back. Kousis. 1-on-1 with his defender, but he's been held up really well by Ali. And in the end, he's forced to go backwards there to Mellis. Clips it over the top. Dangerous ball. Just a little bit too far for Edwards and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, Mel's did well, but just a little bit too much there on the ball. But Port Melbourne, again, finding it a little difficult to break down that solid defence of the Thunder. But, toiling away. It's been the last 5 minutes have been a little bit more Port Melbourne's, and the Thunder, as I speak, are going forward. And a chance there across the box. And that's just wide, out for a corner. And as I was going to say, that Port Melbourne were slowly getting the upper hand. The Thunder go and almost open the scoring.
Hamish Watson, he's certainly someone who's dangerous around those areas of the box and showed a little bit of speed there to beat his man. Great delivery as well, and I was just waiting for Chris Kousis to nestle that in his own bottom corner, to be honest. But a good clearance in the end from the left back. And a chance now on the set piece, again for the Thunder. They've had a few of these types of opportunities. They've certainly got the tall timber in the box to make this count. Is this their moment? Whipped in towards the middle of the box. A good ball in. Headed clear. Well, the goalkeeper again stuck on his line, Arthur.
Yeah, and
Bernarda.
And really rooted to the line there, and the ball was well in that 6-yard box. And could have been problems had there been a loose Thunder player. He's certainly not coming out for those free kicks and corners.
Well, the balls are being whipped in quite dangerously. Another good one there that time. Again, headed clear. Chasing down. Strong headed there from Edwards. Now a chance maybe to break for a Marche. A strong challenge out for a throw. Well marshalled in the end there by Port Melbourne, but Thunder may be disappointed they haven't taken one of these opportunities from these set pieces.
Yeah, I think maybe Withers is just a bit wary, and rightly so, of the conditions in that goal area. You know better than I do. If he makes a decision to come out and doesn't get it in these conditions, he'll be punished. So a chance now. Again, ball across the box, Suleimani, and claims for a penalty. And he's given a free kick the opposite way, and I'm not really sure why. Was it for a corner offside? It must have been.
I'm not sure. I have to have a look at the replay of that one. God, that was so close. For a moment there, I thought it had to be a penalty. Well won by Bernarda in that advanced area. Couldn't be offside. Well, I'm struggling to see where that's come from.
Yeah.
On our replays.
Maybe it was he just got the ball, I think, and luckily for him, looking at the replay, and but I'm baffled why the free kick was given either way.
Very surprising, certainly. Port Melbourne escaping there. And another nervy play out of the back. We've seen that happen a few times where they've been pipped in those areas.
Must say, they're great refereeing at the moment. I mean, there's pretty much been in control of the game, the referee.
Well, it's certainly been a fiery contest so far. The long ball, this time Withers is off his line. Easy pickings there, but out quickly, out of his 6-yard box to collect. Must say, it is always difficult, and that's, I think, one of the hardest things for a goalkeeper coming back from a few weeks out. Just your timings of everything, coming off your line, getting out there quickly. Just half a yard off at this level, you get punished.
No, he did quite well there. Withers, he saw the danger and he blocked it pretty quickly. Port Melbourne trying to go forward again as they try to go down that right-hand side. Late challenge. Great ball through and mopped away there again by the Thunder. And that was a solid challenge. I'll tell you what, you'd have to say that's a yellow. Yep, the referee has pulled out another yellow.
Strong challenge. Did look like he was playing the ball, but a little bit too forceful there, maybe dangerous. Certainly no one's pulling out of anything tonight, though, that's for sure.
I think it was a yellow. I'm not yet. I'm the referee having a chat there. It definitely wasn't a thought of hurting the player there. It definitely went for the ball as we look at it on the replay.
Yeah, it was a yellow card that was given in the end. So an opportunity again here for Port Melbourne. Can they get numbers into the box? High delivery towards the back post, headed clear. Now for a throw again.
This is calling his much. He's been pretty quiet. Kousa's deep ball in the box, headed away again. And a free kick there to the Thunder.
Oh, yeah. Just going in a little bit forcefully there on Soleimani. He looks like he's felt that one as well. It's a cold night. Be feeling it a little bit more. Well, it's certainly been an entertaining contest. We're about 6 minutes until half time. Both sides have certainly gone for it. Can't believe, to be honest, we haven't had a goal yet. With the crowd and with the atmosphere and also with the football being played, it's certainly been an exciting game to watch as the ball's played over the top. Now it's Bernardo again chasing it down, looking to get it eager. He's done well. He cuts it back and well defended. He's really dangerous, isn't he, Bernardo, when he gets into those spaces? Oh,
he's the ball again. The shot. And another corner there, and he has had a really good game. He's swapped sides now, and he's causing a bit of havoc here on the opposite side, which will be quite good for the left footer. He cutting in and causing a bit of dramas there.
Certainly been dangerous. He's so direct, quick when he gets at his man. Very difficult to defend, doesn't slow down, really attacks them with speed. But another chance here on the corner.
Corner now. Ball deep this time. Not a good clearance. The shot hit the post and still in play. Cleared away. Port Melbourne survived. The Thunder really should have been one up.
God, we had a scramble like that in the first 2 minutes of the game. We've had another one here in the last few minutes of the first half. How on earth has that not ended up in the back of the net, off the post, somehow scrambled away? Unbelievable, both teams.
I think that was Watson. Was it Watson that hit the post?
Like Watson, I think. What an opportunity for the Thunder. Long throw into the box again. Flicked on down. Soleimani attacking it. Couldn't quite get there, and it's cleared away for another throw. Tense times here towards the end of the first half. Headed down. Mika. Cleared away, and now the Thunder can scurry onto this and get that ball back to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, there was a bit of drama there. And again, like you said, both sides having chances in the mix now. Port Melbourne going forward. Chance now. Attacking. Good little shimmy there. The ball played to Mells. Mells, can he get a shot on goal? Plays it wide. Deep in there. Dugan couldn't get there. Ball played again. And great robbing there. But Watson couldn't get across in time. Eager plays it wide. Port Melbourne trying to get out of trouble here by playing their way across the side of the ground.
Yeah, really well managed that. And well played out of the back as well. Certainly been aggressive, end-to-end stuff. Dugan this time trying to come forward. Clips it wide. Scurrying after it's Edwards. He's been really energetic cutting in from that right-hand side. Courtney Perkins cleared away, and it will be a goal kick. They're moving it nicely tonight, Port Melbourne. Certainly in those tight areas. Looking to pocket themselves out, spread it early. Again, we may be just missing that final pass, but looking good on the ball.
Yeah, Edwards and Bernardo almost identical in the way they've been going forward for their teams and taking on their wide men, and very entertaining to watch.
Well, Samson Almazi, the Thunder coach, has been very vocal about the physicality he's expecting from his side. Now Port Melbourne look to come forward. Intercepted. Now back again. Can Thunder maybe come away with something before half-time? Ali cuts inwards, looks to slip it forwards. Again, dealt with well by Port Melbourne, but again, Thunder have the numbers around the ball. Port Melbourne just compact behind it. Clipped over the top, but into the arms of the goalkeeper. He's an animated figure down there, is Almazi.
Yeah, he's no doubt passionate. You can see the passion oozing from him, and screaming at his charges, but as is Adam Pittick there, telling his team to get organised in the defence, and as they did, to clear that ball away. Both coaches doing well. Now Port Melbourne a chance. The shot! Good save, Suwali. Tremendous effort there by Port Melbourne. And as we say it, from one end to the other, and Suwali has denied Port Melbourne the first goal of the game.
Really important save. Ball's moving quickly at him. It was a good strike. Well, he's had to step up a few times, Suwali, tonight. And as we've mentioned already earlier in the broadcast, he's been a really important figure for them all season, as the 1 minute of additional time is being raised here at the end of this first half. As Port Melbourne whip it into the middle, headed across the box, falls to the edge of the area, shot blocked, comes out again. Edwards, long way out, distributes wide to Kousis, who cuts inwards again, delivers to the back post this time, but couldn't quite find the target. And Thunder weather the storm for now. It's out for a goal kick.
Yeah, that was a good little passage of play. Kousis, as he does always, tries to get him back into the mix, and it was good to change it up with his right foot, but the back post, unfortunately, it looked like Edwards was there, and he's probably the smallest player on the pitch, couldn't get his head to it.
Well, we're in the final moments of this first half here. Is there time for one last thrust forward here from the Thunder? Maricic with the long ball. Kousis just judged it. Mellis. Well played forward. They've got to move with some urgency here if they want to try and create a chance before the break. Duggan. Well, he's done well driving to a bit of space here. Duggan just trying to force it maybe centrally. And that is half-time. And, well, Arthur, we haven't seen a goal, but there's certainly been plenty of action tonight. Both sides have been really aggressive. A great game of football to watch, and hard to say who should have been ahead. It's probably deservedly level, but undeservedly still 0-0.
I'll tell you what, I can watch these kind of games anytime. It's very entertaining half, and both teams should be happy with their endeavour to try and get a score on the board. Maybe the goalkeeper, the visiting goalkeeper, has been the busiest of the two. But having said that, the visitors almost went and opened up the score, hitting the post there with Watson. And in the end, we're going inside the break, 0-0.
Well, we'll be back shortly after the break. Plenty of good football still to come here from JL Murphy Reserve. The score at half-time between Port Melbourne and the Dandenong Thunder is 0-0. We'll be back shortly after this. Welcome back to JL Murphy Reserve as the ground starts to clear up for this second half. 0-0 here so far between the Port Melbourne Sharks and the Dandenong Thunder. Certainly hasn't felt like a goalless game though. Chances at both ends, end-to-end football. It's certainly been everything that you'd want other than a goal so far. Your commentary team, myself, Brandon Galgano and Arthur Kritis. Arthur, I can't believe we haven't seen a goal yet, but I'm sure if it goes the way it was in that first half, that we'll be seeing some openings in the second half.
And let me correct you, it's Akratides.
Akratides.
Yes, and
I thought I had it right down pat and I got it all wrong, mate.
You've only known me for like 15 years, so anyway, no, it's a great event here as Port Melbourne going forward. And a free kick early on here, and Edwards again causing a bit of drama on that right-hand side. And now this is a very dangerous position. Wouldn't Port Melbourne like to start the second half with an early goal?
A good direct start, just what we've seen throughout that whole first period. We spoke about it just before the break and just after about how aggressive both these teams have been. And Edwards, he's been a good little nippy player tonight. He's had a lot of energy getting down that right-hand side, cutting inwards and trying to create. Just lacking, as we've said, that final product, both of these sides.
Very dangerous now. Kousas with that left foot. Is he going to have a go?
Francis Suale, you can tell he's been busy tonight. That shirt is slowly becoming all brown as the ball's whipped in towards the back post, but just a little bit too much on that.
Tell you what, it was almost worth having a go there because Suale looked like he was a bit too far on his right-hand side. And when you really look at it, he's left a big gap there on his left-hand side. And Kousas really could have gone for that top left-hand corner and really caused Suale some trouble.
Well, Suale, as we said, he was busy in some respects in that first half, maybe slightly more busy than his counterpart at the other end. Edwards throwing in there to Courtney Perkins. Good little player, Edwards. I like him. Very nippy, smart, direct. You wouldn't believe he's been playing as a fullback.
Yeah, no, he's been a very good find for Adam Piddick and really has very much impressed me a lot. And that kind of player that the old Port Melbourne teams were known for, the good left and right wingers. And it's bringing a bit of nostalgia back here because Port Melbourne had the likes of Peter Tsalakis and Mehmet Durakovic is in the defences, and Michael Petersons, and they always had that nice whippy left and right wingers, and they always caused a lot of trouble. And all those players went on to play for bigger and better teams and for their country.
The ball about to be whipped in there and blocked and out for a corner. Well, a great little history lesson. Of course, Port Melbourne still, I believe, have the record for the best ever season in the top flight of Victorian football. Was it 1996, 95, 96? Remember Michael Lukakis was the goalkeeper there, a long-time goalkeeper coach of mine.
What a tremendous goalkeeper and what a tremendous fellow. Yeah. Lovely guy. And had a great season here for Port Melbourne, and really unlucky they didn't win that championship that year.
Well, the ball whipped in here, in towards the near post. It comes out towards the edge of the area and cleared away. Well, speaking of Michael Lukakis, of course, he was huge in my own development as a goalkeeper. Still keep in touch with him, actually. He's up in Newcastle now. Not really involved in football as much anymore, but he's been up there for about, on and off for about 10 years.
Well, I could have sworn he was living in Melbourne, but there you go.
Down for a little bit. I think he was down for about a year, then he moved back recently. I was talking to him a few weeks ago, but an absolute legend of local Victorian football.
Really, he was a player that could have even played for Australia. That's how good he was. One of the most talented goalkeepers I've ever seen, especially coming out of the South Melbourne production line there, and then coming to Port Melbourne and doing quite well, and then gone to play football, and he was even brilliant at football.
Not surprising, he's a man mountain. Played, in the South Australian Football League over there. Anyway, nostalgia gone. 2021 football is upon us as Port Melbourne look to try and really stamp their foot on this first half. They've been quite dangerous so far in this contest, but as we said, when it's got towards the final ball, hasn't been there, but, well, that was headed behind again by their own player and out for a corner. Not for the first time that looked like, at least from this angle, that the Dandenong Thunder player was close to nodding back in towards their own goal, but a good opportunity here again.
Yeah, and Port Melbourne really are starting to grab a bit of a stranglehold on this second half, and what the Thunder need to do is really do what they did in that first half. Every time Port Melbourne looked like they were going to run over the top, they started their counter-attacks and really wrestled back some of that possession.
The ball whipped in towards the middle again. High flyers. Drops out to the back post. Dugan has a strike over the bar. Out for a goal kick.
Yeah, and it was worth the chance, but again, no real trouble there for Suwale. And as I said earlier, the Thunder need to try and settle things down here and try and get the ball back into their terms.
A long ball forward again. Bernardo, who was another one who was very dangerous in that first half. Quite direct in his movement and driving on the ball. But Port really have had a great start to this second half, and Courtney Perkins again into a dangerous area, but again the cross just overhit, falls to the back post. Koussis, touch out his feet, blocked and out for a corner.
They're not getting the players in the box there. They're doing all the hard work and doing the great things at the top of what we used to call at training move A, where, front post, back post, but we're not getting that flow going. But they are getting the ball in the box. You'd have to say eventually something is going to give.
Well, a good opportunity again here from the corner. Numbers forward here. Just need a delivery. As the ball's whipped in now again. Cleared away. High up and under. Edwards rising highest there. Almost like a specky over his defender. Now the ball out wide. And another chance to cross. Whipped in low. Across the face. Oh, eager. Just over the bar. And on the central defender. Again getting into a dangerous position. Now somehow it's been given as a goal kick. And the Port Melbourne players and supporters are not happy about that. But a good delivery again. And Michael Eager, of all people, getting on the end of it but not able to turn it goalwards.
It was clearly a corner there. I mean, even blind Freddie would have seen that.
Oh, gosh. Well, Adam Pittick certainly wasn't happy about it.
Yeah, he's fiery at times, Adam, and as you can see, he's screaming out to his charges, and rightly so. Wanting the best out of his team, and here they go again. And that is a free kick. A clumsy challenge there. Watson really almost bowled him over like a 10-pin.
Ball played out wide quickly, but goes back there for another free kick. Well, yet again, Port Melbourne really just trying to keep a stranglehold on this first period of the second half.
And Adam Pittick there is complaining why wasn't Port Melbourne allowed to play an early free kick, and I quite think he's got every right to say that. Ball into the box and cleared away. Now the Thunder, can they punish Port Melbourne? Good ball forward. Trying to play it down that byline. Good ball in. And surely it's in! The Thunder have punished Port Melbourne. And as I said, that counter-attack football has paid off. 1-0 the Thunder.
Hamish Watson, what a finish that was. Down that left-hand side, a fantastic finish. And well, just as we said, Port Melbourne had started so brightly. He was the exact threat that we saw from the Thunder in that first half. Breaking forwards, fast and effective. Once they win possession, it was Mika who played a really good penetrating pass to Bernardo, who got into the touchline. And finally, they got the delivery right. And how about the finish from Hamish Watson, though? He still had so much to do. But that's a great strike. And, well, despite the best efforts of the goalkeeper, just couldn't quite keep it out. That's exactly the start that they needed. And, well, they've battled away tonight, Arthur. They've defended compact. They've been direct. They haven't played the prettiest of football, but, God, they've been effective when they got in the final third. That's a great goal.
I take my hat off to them. They always try and play football regardless of soaking up pressure. And like you said, Bernardo, what a tremendous run on that far side. And Port Melbourne going forward now.
Well defended.
That's, corner. It's been given, yep. And Bernardo's ball was absolutely exquisite there and unlucky there for Withers. He got a hand to it, but still snuck under the bar. And 1-0 to the Thunder as Port Melbourne now trying to answer that with an equaliser now.
The ball whipped into the box. I'm listening to Almazi out there. He's absolutely a character out in that touchline. Now it's a chance, the ball whipped in towards the middle. It goes out for a goal kick. Well, they're up and about, and rightly so. I mean, look at it. Port Melbourne have played some good, nice football, but they just haven't had punch in the final third. It's just something which, again, they've gone into those dangerous areas. They've whipped balls into the box, but they just haven't really looked dangerous or threatening. I mean, they've had those half chances, but do we really feel like they're going to score when they go forward? I'm not quite sure so far for all their good build-up play. Whereas for Thunder, they look dangerous. And on that occasion there, Watson took it well, but as you said, it was the delivery from Bernardo which made the goal. Just how does a team like Port Melbourne respond now? Do they go a bit more direct and try and find that chance?
No, I think Edwards, they continue on with Edwards playing as they try and there's that man, Edwards, getting into the box. Archibald. And now it's that man again, Bernardo. He's got three players trying to beat him and some quality skill there. Playing it back to Mehmedi. Mehmedi's long, deep ball really wasted in the end because the possession was there. And no, I think they could try and use Edwards as he is now and continue the attacks forward in order to get that ball into the box and punish the Thunder as the Thunder did to them, because that quality ball and had the quality finish to boot.
Well, Bernardo, he's just such a tricky customer, isn't he? He's so slippery on the ball. He looks so stocky. He doesn't really look like a footballer, does he? He looks like a little bull, like a rugby player or something like that, where he's just such short, low centre of gravity, but just so nippy with his feet. Really quick and effective. Very difficult to manage. Well, he's stepped up again, really importantly, tonight for them. He's had a good season so far. Well, Port Melbourne, again, keeping the ball in an advanced area. Courtney Perkins couldn't get it down. Cleared away, falls to the edge of the box. Great, strong challenge. That's been another strong part of their game tonight, the Thunder. They've made some really good tackles in key areas tonight.
Sensational stuff. Mehmedi, I think that was, and he's been excellent. That whole defensive line of Thunders has been great. Now, Port Melbourne trying to play forward and, again, wasted pass. Now, listen, they've been very, very solid, and maybe, we can't take it away from them. No, that's the difference at the moment. The quality of the defending by both sides has been well, but in the end, it's taken 1 inch perfect ball to open the gap between the sides.
Well, Thunder looking to come forward here. Long pumping ball forwards. And out for a throw. Looks like Port Melbourne are about to ready their first change of the game. And looks like it will be potentially Dunn who is going to come on. From what we're seeing here. Yeah, looks like Dunn who's about to come on. So now the ball out wide. Chance to cross. Whipped into the middle. Watson again. Blocked. Falls. Drops. Bernardo. Saving challenge there at the back. Absolutely fantastic. I think it was from Edwards. And in the end, he's given a goal kick somehow.
That's a baffling decision there. I mean, a couple of these decisions have baffled me. But regardless, it's to the benefit of the home side. And as you said, the changes that are going to be made for Port Melbourne.
Looks like a double change. Barafarosh is going to come on as well. Well, two nippy, aggressive players about to come on in Barafarosh and Dunn. There's a little bit of extended time for this injury here in Edwards. He's not someone they'd want to lose, especially with his creativity and drive going forward. Well, maybe this is what Port Melbourne need, just to slow the game down a little bit, catch their breath. As we said, Arthur, they started so well in the second half.
Plenty of time left in the game, though. Let's not kid ourselves. Port Melbourne will try and eke out an equaliser here at right to the death here, and I think this game's going to go right down to the wire. Personally, the way the game has been, you can't see any team running away with it.
Looks like Edwards is struggling out there. He's gingerly up on his feet. Remains to be seen if he's okay to play. He looks like he's limping around a little bit. It was a collision contact. Might just be a little bit sore. Maybe something can run off. Now Ali up with a strong challenge. Flick through again. Chasing after it was Bernarda. In the end it's cleared. Now a chance to come forward here for Port Melbourne. It might be a Port Melbourne home game, but the crowd has certainly been so energetic for the Dandenong Thunder tonight. It's one thing they always have, that 12th man, don't they? So many supporters, passionate supporters as well. So Marche caught back to goal. Memedy with the ball over the top. Eager. Courtney Perkins. Lost it. Out for a throw. Well, I think it's Barafarosh who's coming on. Let us have a quick look here. So the first change has been made, and it's a Marche who's come off. Coming on is Varley Sesnick, and then the second man is Dunn.
Kousa's coming off.
Yeah. So Dunn and Sesnick coming on. Sesnick, of course, such a quick and direct winger. Really dangerous with his movement. And Kousa's coming off as well. He was creative on that left-hand side. A surprising substitution there.
Yeah, no doubt. And one of the more mobile players in the Port Melbourne team. But obviously Adam Pittick trying to generate some more aggression on that left-hand side, because the right-hand side has been quite fluent from the first half and the second half, but you know, you'd have to take your hat off to him. He's trying to reinvigorate his charges.
Oh, well, a bit of indecision there at the back. Eager didn't quite trust Withers was going to get there first. In the end, they do scramble it away.
Lack of talking there. You could see that there was no talking. Well, I couldn't hear anything, but that's not to say they didn't talk to each other. But, you know, you'd have to say if the defender is not sure whether his keeper's going to get there, he's got every right to clear the ball.
Well, a good decision there in preventing a goal-scoring chance potentially, but it's a throw here for the Thunder. Really have their tails up at the moment. Throw in here taken again by Ali. Given away there by Sesnick. Does well to recover possession. Now a chance to come forward here, Courtney Perkins, who looks like he's moved a little bit deeper. Edwards has gone out to the left on his natural side. Strong challenge there. Mate, you got to say, for the Thunder, they have some absolutely athletic midfielders and defenders in this squad, don't they? Big and strong, so hard to break down, and God, are they physical.
And if this result stays, then the Thunder will be only a point behind Port Melbourne and inching closer to that top 6 spot. whereas Port Melbourne's only 1 point outside that top 6 spot, having won their last few games. And the Thunder now spearing the ball forward, but no one there.
Well, it looks like Port, they've just run out of ideas a little bit. They haven't really been able to break Thunder down in that final third. They've moved the ball around nicely enough, but now that we're starting to see a bit of frustration, it just hasn't really clicked for them in that final third. They've made the changes. They've brought on 2 young wingers who can be more direct and maybe a bit more aggressive. Sesnick, well, his first real contribution here, driving into the space. Sesnick shooting chance. Oh, that's a great goal.
What a brilliant effort!
Varley Sesnick, absolutely outstanding. Well, isn't that the contribution that Adam Pinnock was looking for his substitute? And my word, he's had an impact. It's 1-1 here at JL Murphy Reserve. A great strike from Sesnick.
As I said, this game wasn't over. You knew that there was always going to be a push forward by the home side, and any team Adam Pinnock coaches, you know they're not going to give up till the living end. And the same goes for the Thunder. They're both very similar teams, and I've very much enjoyed the play from the younger players from both sides, and it's a joy to watch.
Well, Sesnick's so aggressive there to get into the final third, and as we said, that's what they lacked in that final product when driving into those areas, and they finally had someone who broke the lines not only, but then had the composure to slot that ball home from the edge of the area on his left as well. Really good strike from Sesnick, and well, that really opens this up again, doesn't it?
Yeah, no hope really there for Suale. I mean, bottom left-hand corner, and never going to get there. And, you know, you'd have to say on the balance of play, it's a worthy equaliser. And in the end, we're here to enjoy the spoils of the rest of the game, which is, you know, the way it's going. We almost wish that it won't stop.
The throw here from Ali. 65 minutes gone here. And still so much to play for both of these sides. Well, it really is a tussle between two teams wanting to try and break into the top 6. So important results around this time of the season. Port Melbourne sitting in 6th. The likes of South Melbourne, who have dropped out to 7th now after such a great start to the season. Dandenong Thunder, we're disappointed having conceded that. The ball whipped in near post though, flicked in towards the middle and headed clear away from the back post. And well, good refereeing there. He went down a little bit easily. Oh, and that is a late challenge. That will be a free kick. A late challenge. I don't think it was too much more to it. Yeah. Harry Ashcroft.
Yeah, there's no doubt there. I mean, it was a clumsy challenge, but it didn't deserve a card. Some great commentary there from Adam Pinnock. You know, I won't repeat what was said.
Well, Courtney Perkins again. Oh, another strong one. And now he gives a yellow, and we knew that was not going to go down well. Adam Pinnock. Oh. Referee's not happy. He's looking up. He's considering what his next action is going to be with Mr. Pinnock. I got to say, I think that's more warranted as a yellow card, to be fair. He's gone through him pretty high up. A little bit of revenge there on Ashcroft for his challenge just moments before.
Listen, I mean, you don't want any, you know, whether it be clumsy stopping a forward play there. Port Melbourne were claiming that was a yellow card, and you know they've got every right to do so. But that was, like you said, almost like a clear challenge there, which was always going to get a yellow card, regardless of who did it.
Well, they're certainly fired up tonight, both these sides. Throw in to be taken by Bernarda. Actually leaves it, so Thunder will come forward to take. Long ball.
Keeper's ball there.
Well, looped in the air a long time. Ali goes down. Referee says penalty.
And there you go.
Well, Jamal Ali was brought down in the box, and the referee took his moment to consider and considered that it was enough for a spot kick. Well, well, well.
What do you think, Brandon?
On initial viewing, it was tough. It was close. It looked like there was contact, but was it enough? And well, after what we just saw before and the controversy of the last few minutes, we'll have a look at the replay we've got here. Well, we're about to take it. Is it? Well, there is a little bit of contact.
And who's the man taking the penalty?
Is it Bernarda? It looks like Bernarda is stepping up. Well, this is a huge moment for the Thunder season. It's Bernarda who takes and Bernarda slots. It's a great spot kick, Arthur, and it's 2-1 for the Dandenong Thunder.
And there were no chance there for Withers. With the more. And one more. What can you say? It was the kind of spot kick that you very hard to save from any goalkeeper. And in the end, Bernarda has really almost changed the game on its head with his quality darting runs on the left-hand side. And now, could this be the crowning moment? 2-1.
Well, what a spot kick. Under so much pressure, these are the moments that define the season as you come into the second half of the campaign. So composed on the run-up, stepping inwards, and then what a great finish. So much power. No goalkeeper in the world saving that. And listen to the atmosphere here. God, we've missed having fans at football games, haven't we? And 2-1 for the Thunder. We said at our time, Arthur, there was no way this was going to remain goalless. And I feel like there's more to come. It's been that type of game. Ball coming forward. Dugan, high foot, free kick.
Yeah, well, like I said, no doubt Port Melbourne will continue to try and push forward and try and get the equaliser again. But now what needs to be done from the Thunder is to try and prevent any forward thrust from Port Melbourne, because that was what was lacked earlier when the changes were made for Port Melbourne. And Sesnick getting that equaliser as the ball's played straight to Withers.
They'd be so disappointed at conceding a goal like that again. You'd say for Port Melbourne, it's been 2 breaks in the second half, really. Withers hasn't been tested other than that. 2 breaks and 2 key chances. The penalty, from this angle, it's hard to tell. And even on the camera angle as well, it's hard to tell. Was there a bit of contact? Probably. But the fact that they're getting into that area to create the chance and give the referee that decision to make is probably the more concerning thing for Adam Pittock, because they've had so much of the ball. Now Bernarda is in a bit of pain there. And that... Well, Bernardo is in a lot of pain, and this is not what you want, especially after the game he's had. Now, El Mazi is very frustrated at the giveaway in possession. You'll be hoping it's just a bit of a stud mark.
Very animated the coach there.
He's been a character all game.
Listen, you'd have to take your hat off to these coaches. They really put a lot of hard work to try and get their troops up and, week in, week out, especially after, like you said, the break we had because of COVID. And, we've been treated to a great spectacle here today, and we've got to be thankful for that. Let's hope, Bernardo is okay.
Thankfully, he's up and walking, which is a good sign.
Now, Port Melbourne about to commence again.
Well, Port Melbourne again. looking to try and break through. Now Bernarda comes on flying. That ice spray, that magic spray, does wonders, doesn't it? Yeah. Ball's
Late challenge.
late and a free kick there. Well, we said it just before they equalised Port Melbourne. What do they have? How can they respond? They found it, and then they found themselves behind again. And you just think, do they have it in them to do it again? The Thunder have been so hard to break down tonight. Courtney Perkins driving forward. Dugan under some pressure. Reardon. Bit of space to move into here. Slips into the space. Cleared. They still keep it alive, but in the end it's going to be cleared away again. Long ball forward. Bernarda head down chasing. Well dealt with initially, but then there was a little slip and Watson goes from long way out. Well, that would have been an incredible goal if that was to go in. Now, there has been some scores around the grounds. Avondale leading by 1-0 against Knights. Gully down by 2-0 against Oakley with a red card as well. And Heidelberg losing to Dandenong City 3-1. Massive, along with Hume beating Bentley. Upsets everywhere, Arthur.
Yeah, and Heidelberg, it's not even half-time there. It's 3-1 to City. And Port Melbourne try and go forward. Ball into the box. And safely taken by Suale. Suale now really plays a big part in this game. If he can stay strong and keep solid, they will win the game. 14
minutes to play here of normal time. And it's...
My money's on an equaliser, though.
Well, Watson, he's starting to come into the game. Driving, slipping it into the space. It's a chance, but a great challenge.
Great challenge there. Sensational work. Great defending.
Well, Reardon getting back on the driving Joshua Mika. Now a chance to come forward out on the left-hand side. It's Edwards. Bit of space in front of him.
You'd have to say he's probably Port Melbourne's best player.
Has had a very good game tonight, hasn't he, Edwards? Eager. Really deep set now at the moment, Thunder. Just trying to compress and not allow space to get forwards. Courtney Perkins. Long ball over the top. Oh, it's a good flick. Sesnick maybe should have gambled a little bit earlier there.
No doubt, and had he done that, he would have been in again.
Just that little bit of experience, isn't it? Just understanding the 9. He's going to knock that down. The space had opened up. Thunder again, weather the storm. About 12 and a half minutes to play now. It looks like the Thunder are going to make their first change. I think it's Joshua Mika who's going to come off, from what it sounds like. Now, they're still playing here. Now, coming on, it looks like it's going to be Brandon Jantz. So, Brandon Jantz is going to come on. Coming off was Joshua Mika, who's put in a shift tonight. And Jantz, someone who, again, is a hard-working attacking midfielder, certainly will bustle around in there. Now it's Eager.
You can see Eager's pushing forward also to try and create that extra man.
Well, he's playing a little bit of the Giorgio Chiellini type role for anyone that's been watching the Euros. Probably the most aggressive central defender I've seen in a long time. Now, around the grounds, we have had a goal. It's Green Gully who have scored one back. So with 10 men, they're down 2-1 against Oakley. Certainly set up a fast finish there at Green Gully Reserve. In the meantime, here it's Dugan who beats his man. Whips it to the back post, but again, just not able to find anyone.
Well, actually, Green Gully have got 9 men on the park. They've had 2 red cards.
Incredible. Now, free kick given against Thunder. Now, many felt it should have gone the other way. Geez, 2 red cards and a goal for Green Gully, looking at the updated scores here on our trusted Football 24 app. Every commentator's little companion as the ball into the box, headed clear. Strike on goal from Dunn, but nowhere near the goal really, and out for a goal kick.
Worth the effort.
Just haven't had that punch in the second half though, have they, Arthur?
Well, other than Sesnick's drive, they've gone back in their shell almost, and hence the aways team is trying to flex their muscle. I know they've had limited runs up forward themselves, but that battle there in the midfield and the defensive lines has been immense there for the Thunder. And Port Melbourne trying to break them down with that man again, Edwards. And Edwards getting through. Can he create an opening? And a great challenge there. What a tremendous challenge there in that box. That was a sure cutback. And a corner now to Port Melbourne.
Well, it was a great run. I think it was actually the substitute Dunn who got in there, but a brilliant challenge at the back from Maricic. That is absolutely fantastic defending. Now a chance here for Port, but just holding up a little bit too long. And Ali, those big long legs, doing the job initially. Of course, won them the penalty. The Thunder fullback, and now it's Watson, and it's a 2v2 here. Hamish Watson, they've got a third on the other side. This is where they could really do some damage. It's Jance with his first real touch of the half. He comes to the back post, but just overhit the cross. What a chance that could have been. Bernarda still keeping it alive. Whips it in towards the middle. Watson was up. It fell to Jance, and in the end, this time, the goalkeeper gives a big shout, and they keep the ball. And well, that should have been really, I think, Arthur, the killer blow. Those 3v2 opportunities you've got to take.
No doubt. And, in the end, the deep cross was a bit too deep as Port Melbourne now try and go forward again. Chance for Port Melbourne. And a
strong challenge.
A strong free kick there.
That's a sore one, that.
No doubt. And another substitution for Port Melbourne.
It's going to be Kuol to come on.
Yep.
Dangerous, dangerous player is Johnny Kuol. And he's going to come on, and it looks like he's going to replace Edwards.
Oh, well, there you go.
He's going off on the other side.
Yep, and Kuol, now listen, he's come up with some big reps. And we'll see what he can do, because he's really taking over a player that I think's been Port Melbourne's best player, Edwards.
Well, he has. I think he did obviously pick up that knock earlier in this half and maybe never really recovered. Kuol, of course, a very attacking-minded option as well as the ball's whipped in. Dangerous, disappointing, rather, delivery. And that's probably been the theme of Port Melbourne's night. The delivery's just not been there, both from set pieces and open play. Now, Kuol, who famously scored that winning goal in stoppage time against the Bentley Greens earlier in the season, and they turned that one around in the final moments. Kuol now, first touch of the game, driving down the left. Holds it up, and in the end, it's out for another throw.
Yeah, they need to really throw caution into the wind now. They can't afford to sit back. I mean, in the end, losing 3-1 or getting an equaliser, really, you have to throw all your guns forward trying to get that equaliser. And there's about 8 minutes left on the clock, including some extra time or time added for stoppages. A try now. The shot! Oh, that was inches wide. Tremendous effort there. And I'll tell you what, Courtney Perkins almost... I thought that...
That was close. Great strike. Now they're making a change here, the Thunder. And Almazi, his instructions were, come on, do not step forwards, don't try anything fancy, and just don't cop a goal. Yeah. Clear as day.
Looks like it's easy to come on.
Well, that's a fairly straightforward instruction coming in off the bench, Arthur. It looks like they're going to make a change. Jamal Ali, the man who won the penalty, is going to come off. Oh, no, he's going to come into midfield, it looks like. And they're going to bring off
Harley Orr's
Yeah, Harley Orr, who's had a strong game in that midfield, really has been.
He's anchored that, assisted that defensive effort.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like I think they're calling Ali into midfield potentially. There has been a little bit of a shift in formation. Harley Orr hard working in there, as always. Well, Ali to take the throw. And these really are the minutes that define a season. 6 minutes to go. So much on it for these two sides. Ball clipped forwards. Bernardo chasing, cleared away. Corny Perkins. Now again a chance to come forward.
4 minutes.
Yeah, we're about 5 minutes to play. Avondale have made it 2-0, and that's full time as well. So a late goal there has secured their 3 points. Now Watson, he's got a spare man out on the other side. Just couldn't quite turn his body to find him.
Perkins. Good ball there. He's got a bit of width now. Can he get the ball in the box? Great run there. And a corner given, and it almost looked like I thought it might have been a goal kick, but no doubt there was a bit of a touch there from the defender. Hence, corner for Port Melbourne. A bit of a cramp also from Perkins.
Oh, dangerous hit. Duggan whips it in, out for another corner.
Digging out, there's 3 minutes of normal time. You'd have to say there's about 3 or 4 minutes of extra time on top of that. So the time ticking away. Can Port Melbourne get this equaliser? Ball into the box. Ball easily mopped up there by Nsuale.
Yeah, good chance. Just couldn't quite get the connection on the strike. You got to say, though, they've created more chances in the first period, but in the second, Thunder have really, I think, controlled the threat of Port Melbourne so well. Again, that type of challenge has been their statement tonight. Really sums up their game. So dogged defensively. Is there a change of fortunes potentially here for Port Melbourne? They're throwing everything at this late. Corny Perkins. Played out wide now. Welshmore delivers towards the back post. Sawale off his line. Strong punch. Kuo went down a bit easy. Well marshalled.
That's a silly challenge that in the end. The referee might need to come in and take control of this.
Well, there's certainly been a bit of afters here. Everyone's right into a little bit of a scuff.
No doubt. And I mean, listen, okay, it was a rash challenge, but no need for...
Well, Sawale's right in there, isn't he?
He's run away from his goal and taken control of the situation there, it seems.
Well, that was exactly what they needed from the big man, though. Strong off his line in that ball in the box. Now, what has he done? The referee, has he given any cards? Jeez, I'm hearing police sirens. I'm seeing fighting.
I think it's from their little speaker there. They're characters, these guys. You've got to love the Thunder supporters. They're passionate, and they are the heart, of this team, and they've always had good support, the Thunder, and you've got to say this kind of support is what the Victorian Premier League needs.
Well, this is exactly what the Thunder want, though. Just more and more time chewing off that clock. Of course, will all be added to time of injury time at the end, but... Oh, a red card's been shown. I think it's Christopher Dugan who's been sent off for his part in the fracas that took place after the foul. Now, it looks like the referee's not done yet with that. Now, Dugan's getting a nice little welcome parade off the field from the Thunder fans. Absolute bedlam here at JL Murphy Reserve. God, these are the scenes. Dugan's being marshalled off the pitch. Well, unbelievable. Now, it looks like for the moment it's the only red card that we've seen. Of course, the referee's in consultation with his linesman. Really, though, you've got to say, for Port Melbourne, it'd be so frustrating for Adam Pittock, your key goal scorer. You're late in the game. You need to get yourselves back into it, and your key attacking threat gets himself sent off in a little fracas. It doesn't need to take place.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't aware of what actually happened. No doubt we're a bit further away from the action there, but the referee has had a chat to his assistant, and it is deemed that the red card had to come out to the Port player, but we're waiting to see if there's any other cards to come out, and it doesn't look like there is. So
I think there was 3 yellows that were shown in that space, it looks like. Okay. There's a few yellows to a few of the Thunder players. I'm not exactly sure who.
And now we're waiting to see. Looks like there's 7 minutes of extra time, and that is a ample time for a result to happen here for the home side. So a man down and a goal down. Can they come back, the Sharks? The Thunder really are going to try and squeeze this game away from the home side.
Oh, another strong challenge.
Challenges like that is what is making a big difference.
Well, they've been fantastic. Almazi has to be my favourite coach in the league at the moment. He has absolutely been a character down there. So passionate and fiery. He's certainly getting a reaction out of his players. Bernard up. Now Courtney Perkins, long again. Eager's been thrown forwards there. Ball not given. Clips it in front of Kowal. Bit of speed onto it there, but Maricic, big and strong again. He's been exceptional at the back tonight.
Sure has, and rightly so. Again, that defensive effort from the Thunder has been excellent. Long throw now.
Everyone forward. Slipped out of his hands, it looks like they're potentially. Ball forward, Watson. They've got a spare man if they can get themselves onto it. Courtney Perkins. Gets it again, keeps it alive just. Thunder throwing numbers around it. Flick down and away. It's going to go back in again. Withers gets it out his feet. Looks up, goes for distance. Flicked away by Ali. Just no width here for Port Melbourne. You're hearing Adam Pittock scream out. He needs his width. Courtney Perkins. Sesnick. Oh, well defended. Too easy. Bernard up, getting back.
He's got to be close to one of the best on ground himself. Oh, and there he goes. Great ball forward. It's onside. And a great defensive effort there. Great tackle. Sensational tackle there. Ball's been pumped forward again.
Big contest. Falls down. Sesnick now coming forward again. Port Melbourne throwing everything at the Thunder now with their 10 men. Numbers forward. Formations out the window. Long ball. Cleared away. Headed down. Mells. Strong challenge. Studs may have been raised, but Mells keeps going. Gets it out wide here again. Is there an offside flag? There will be. Very frustrating to be caught offside. You can see the whole line as well.
Yeah, no doubt. That challenge was pretty solid challenge, and rightly the referee allowed play on, but in the end that offside decision really letting Port Melbourne down.
Well, 4 of the 7 added minutes have been played. And the Thunder will try and soak up every second they can here. Long ball forwards. Cleared away again, but out for a Thunder throw. And well, for Port Melbourne, frustrating for them tonight. The chances they had in that first half to maybe put themselves a little bit more into the ascendancy. They found themselves behind early in the second half. They equalised, and then again, silly foul for the penalty. And the Thunder have just seen this game out so well. And the strike on goal, easily held there by Withers. Now they have to attack Port Melbourne. Rolled out quickly for Courtney Perkins to just drive forward with the ball. It's not Courtney Perkins rather, but strong challenge again. Now it's Courtney Perkins. Kuol, can he get it under control? Gets the fast feet, the ball outside to the right-hand side. Delivers. Strike! Goal!
It's an equaliser!
Incredible!
Tremendous goal!
It's 2-2 with seconds remaining. Oh my word! With 10 men, they have found an equaliser. What a tremendous finish.
Kuol's ball, tremendous effort. Ball into the box and the equaliser. What a great end to this game.
96th minute on the clock. And I think it was Courtney Perkins. Absolutely brilliant from Courtney Perkins in the box so late in the day. 2 bicycle kicks in a week for Port Melbourne. And 2-2. They make a quick final change, it looks like here. Now, there is more going on here. Hamish Watson and
a bit of funny buggers here. And Port Melbourne.
Well, Michael Eager's been shown a yellow for running, I think, straight in there. They're wondering why Hamish Watson hasn't been given anything. Well, Ross Archibald's been substituted and he is furious.
Trying to
When Two Monopolis has come on. Wow, what a disappointing end to this from the Thunder. They had so much of this second half. The free kick given. Port, can they steal something? Thunder have committed players forward, trying to find a winner. Slipped in there to Kuol. He's one-on-one with his man here, Kuol. He's got an overloading run. Kuol will strike! Oh, what a save! It's still not over yet. Courtney Perkins, wide area, delivers into the middle, cleared away, falls to the edge of the box into Nomopoulos with the first touch of the ball he's had. Well, Sawale, he saved his side there.
Absolutely brilliant save. And what a great run there by Kuol. He's absolutely turned the game on its head since he's come on.
Well, Thunder, they just committed everyone forward. And that is full time. One of the games of the season, I have to say, Arthur. 2-2. So much going on tonight. A red card, 7 minutes of added time, a 96th minute equaliser, and all for just a point each. What a game of football we witnessed. And you've got to say, Port Melbourne showed some real character to come back from that tonight. They looked down and out for a majority of that second half after going behind. But my word, they almost stole it at the end, if not for a brilliant save from Francis Sawale. Well, incredible.
Well, you've really got to take your hat off to Adam Pittick for making those changes and trying to inject some more forward thrust there. And in the end, that decision could have saved them a point, or, at least given them the point, and almost got 3 points. And really, it was a great game. I absolutely take my hat off to both teams because a very entertaining game. And these kind of games I'd love to commentate week in, week out. And there's a good quality football played in the NPL this year, and this is one of the reasons why. What a great game. Well,
there certainly are some key contributors tonight, but if you think of a man of the match, who would it have to be, Arthur? So close. I think Bernardo was exceptional for the Thunder. You've got to say as well, the impact of Courtney Perkins late there with the equalising goal, and he was everywhere, to be fair, tonight. He shuffled between the wing and fullback, but an incredible strike. So many to choose from. Who do you pick?
Even the goalkeeper in the end for the Thunder, Soale, had he's made some quality saves. But you know what? It's a bit harsh to give it one to one. I think both teams had vital players in their side, and as you said, I think in the end a 2-2 result is more than enough for both sides. Regardless of what you say, under the 90 minutes or the 97 minutes as we had, I think 2-2 was a fair result.
Well, I don't know if there's been a fracas in the tunnel after the game. It certainly looks like there's something going on over there. Well, there's been a lot of enthusiasm tonight between both of these two sides, and Arthur, well, they'll be disappointed going home with only a point, the Thunder, after that, especially leading so late in the game. And while they showed a lot of character, they certainly showed that they have some real quality to contend with, and they're more or less finals contenders rather than relegation contenders, which many thought they would be this season. And you've got to say, credit must go to Almazi. He's a passionate coach. You could see all night he's barking out instructions. He's a little bit more old school. You don't see too much of that these days, but again, they've shown themselves as being a real contender at times with their play tonight.
Yeah, I have no doubt in my mind that the Thunder is going to push for the top 6 spot, and they've got the quality to do so. In the end, their defensive work, most of the game was excellent. In the end, forward thrusts and with the 10 men of Port Melbourne, that late equaliser, there's not much you can say. This game has been an absolute pleasure to watch, and thank you from me, Arthur Akratides.
And me, Brown and Galgano. A great contest tonight. 2-2 the final score between Port Melbourne and the Dandenong Thunder. From your commentary team and the NPL Victoria, it's goodbye for now.